Good morning, it's Friday the 1st of July and this is your daily outlook. The euro rallied after the second phase of the austerity vote in Greece was completed and the Greek parliament voted in favour of legislation for the implementation of the new plan. The 5-year €78 billion austerity plan includes further tax hikes, deep spending cuts agreed by the EU and the IMF, which secures a second round of financial aid for the country. The single currency is also supported by interest of rate hike expectations, as hawkish comments by ECB policymakers signalled that the rate hike will be decided at the European Central Bank interest rate meeting on Thursday. Consumer Price Index showed that inflation remained elevated in June, gaining 2.7%, which is well above the target figure. Against the dollar, the euro climbed as high as 145.45 for 144.47. The US dollar weakened against high-yielding currencies such as the euro and the Aussie on an improved risk appetite in the market. World equities turned positive today as fears of Greek default start to fade. Focus turns to consumer sentiment and the ISM manufacturing data expected later today. Against the safe haven Swiss franc, the greenback gained 1.9%, rising to 0.8463 from 0.8305. Against the Japanese yen, the dollar also fell, edging as low as 80.87 from 80.26. The Australian dollar softened today against the greenback, weighed by weaker than expected manufacturing PMI data from China. The pair stepped off a 3-week high at 107.50 to trade at 106.73. Sterling plummeted yesterday after data revealed that consumer confidence dropped by more than expected in June. The British pound remains under pressure after the Bank of England kept alive the prospect of additional quantitative easing. Against the greenback, the sterling dropped to 159.72 for 161.18. Oil prices fell to $93.88 a barrel from $95.79. Gold rose to $1,497.37 an ounce from $1,514.12. Silver also ticked lower at $34.42 an ounce from $35.11. Now let's look at the currencies to watch out for. Euro dollar, pivot point 144.50, preference to go long at 144.60. The dollar yen, pivot point is 80.40, preference is to go long at 80.40. Australian USD, pivot point is 106.65, preference is to long at 106.65. The cable, pivot point is 160, with preference to go long at 160. The USD Canadian dollar, the pivot point is 0.9675, with preference to short at 0.9675. Now let's look at the commodities to watch out for. Oil, pivot point is $93.90, with preference to go long at $93.90. Gold, the pivot point is 1,505, with short to go at 1,505. Silver, the pivot point is $34.90, with preference to short at $34.90. And today's calendar and market movers. European Purchasing Manager Index manufacturing in June is forecast to fall to 52. Europe unemployment rate in May is forecast to remain unchanged at 9.9%. US Consumer Sentiment Index in June is forecast to rise to 71.9, and US ISM manufacturing in June is forecast to fall to 51.8. Now onto the equity markets. The US equities were positive on Thursday, with the S&P 500 trading at 1.01% and the Dow Jones up to 1.25%. The European bourses were also positive, with the FTSE trading to 1.53%, the DAX up to 1.13% and the CAC up to 1.48%. The Nikkei and the Hang Seng at the time of writing are trading at 0.53% and 1.53% respectively. This has been your Daily Outlook. I'm James, and have a great weekend.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.